Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Duggan, and we are in Minecraft today. I know that yesterday I said we were going to try to play something else, and I did have something else lined up, and then it didn't work. It wouldn't capture. I couldn't get some tech stuff going. That's why we're a little bit late starting today, is that true to form, last minute things just fell apart. So I thought, you know what, that's a sign. And we've got resources that we need to gather in Minecraft. We've got some plans we need to make. So with 26.3 coming around the corner, I'd like to be prepared for that. So I think we're just going to mess around in Minecraft today, try to get some planning done, maybe do some mushroom removal, something like that. So we're just going to chill, hang out, play a little bit of Minecraft, and see actually where our ink farm is. I did a little bit of AFK yesterday, maybe 6 hours or so. I don't anticipate it to be a lot, but I think that it'll be inconsistent, to say the least. But at least we have something going. And maybe by being in the area and mining some mushrooms, we might also get some ink sacs in the background. So that is the plan. Might as well just dive right in. So this was the AFK spot that I chose just because it did put me within 32 blocks of everything. And I don't think that these two here to the south did super well. No, there's like none. I find it hard to believe that there's no ink sacs coming in. Like, that's so, like, something has to be going wrong for that. Now, granted, this one has very few spawning spaces. Like, there's only this one, right? And the tank that has the most is this one. And it's, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's better than none. So yeah, it's odd. Don't exactly know. I guess we'll just let it go and see what happens. So I've got enough food, and I have enough rockets. So really what we need to do is, well, first I guess we got to put some of this stuff away. Stone, gravel. Blast Jordan is on a 50 stream streak. That's amazing. Thanks, Blast. Appreciate it as always. Y-Star, good to see you. I don't know where to put the fish. Maybe we should have a shulker box for fish. Looks like we do. I think we'll just toss these in here for now. We could also dig out part of the additional part of the core as well. I'll just put those there for now. And soul sand. So I know I've got some, I need to replenish my concrete, but I know I've got some sand and gravel, so we could make more concrete and bring that back up. Light gray dye. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. don't think there's any other temporary farms that I need. We could also work on the room upstairs, too. But I know that we are going to need piglin bartering and definitely a permanent way to get into the Nether. I was wondering if we could figure out where that space might be. In part, I guess we have to explore the Nether a little bit and kind of see where would be a good spot. But in terms of like, where would be a good spot on the island for a Nether portal? I guess somewhere as high would make sense. Like over there, which is kind of where it is anyway. I don't think I want to put it too far away from the main base. Just because then it's a kind of a pain to get to. Here would make sense too. Although that's right over the cave. Yeah, honestly, that's probably not a bad idea. So it'd be like over here, southwest. I don't think this actually lines up right now. Hey, Stenos, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, the rocket enter issue is a kind of a pain. So with the Nether, we spawned in a Nether wastes, and everything nearby I think is like Crimson Forest or Soul Sand Valley. There is a really large lava lake here if we wanted to do any kind of gold farm. That could potentially work. Because I think we could put a gold farm pretty up high. What's the ceiling of the Nether? Is it 128? I can't remember. Another 20 blocks above this. So that's actually quite large. Gold farm with piglin bartering for gravel attached? Yeah, that's the plan. North always feels like a start to something. Yeah, that's fair. Well, this is where the render distance ends on the camera. What I should do is change the light levels on the map. Not the light levels, the So there's a really large lava lake there. Looks like a bastion up that way. This is all Soul Sand Valley, and so is this. So there's just so much Soul Sand Valley to the south. I kind of feel like I don't think that's gonna matter. Yeah, it's like all or nothing. Doesn't really work. Don't remember. Toggle dimension. I'm gonna decorate the portal. Oh, at some point I'll have like a proper, like, curated thing. That's the thing. I don't know whether I want to put the portal like in the Nether wastes or whether I want to put it like way up high in the world and have like a Nether tunnel network, like something high. That's a huge warped forest, though. I don't know what we would need or use that for. Basalt Delta would be good for a froglight farm. So really, like, being kind of in the middle here is probably not a bad idea. So it might be worth trying to figure out where a good spot to have a portal would be. Moving portals first. Yeah, it'd be cool if the Bastion had a spawner. I kind of think that the portal could go here, but I'm not entirely sure. I do kind of like being close to this lake. It looks like there's another one up here, but this looks bigger. What is... Let's say something sort of close to where we are. Sort of central. I'll grab that coordinate and see what's up. So that was... Grab the screenshot. Negative 6593. Negative 4516. Negative 52, 744. This is just rough. Negative 52, 744. And 4516. Negative 36, 128. Go all the way over here. Oh, still at the wrong level. Whoops. Okay, so it's actually the opposite to where I have it. How is that portal even linked? It's way over there. Negative 52, 744. 922, 744. I'm a little off. And then 35, 36, 128. Nope, other way. Well, it might be on a hill. Oh, because I'm looking for a new portal, that's why. 36, 128. That's like off the island. Yeah, that's way out here. I mean, we could put it in the ocean. So yeah, out here would be technically the spot for the Nether portal. That's not a bad idea. I feel like this mod gives me a chance to make like markers. Settings, temporary waypoint. Can I leave like a marker? Zoom in. Yeah, I guess just waypoints, rendering waypoints. Huh. Well, let's go to the actual location. $128. Nothing but sand and ocean and drowned. I know you're going to attack me while I look at the map, so you might as well attack me now. It is kind of a cool place to put a Nether portal. I'm not sure if that waypoint will stay or if it'll go or what. I've never used this feature. Can I waypoint, edit waypoint. Here we go. Waypoint. This area might be big enough to have more than one Nether portal, now that I think about it. Dark gray. Let's go purple. Disabled. Destination enabled. Disabled. Temporary. Oh, I don't want it to disappear. Only visible when in maximum waypoint range distance. Not visible, but is considered local. Huh. Okay. Cool. We really tend to use this map mod as like bare bones, like just the visual map, but it does have a couple of cool features. Won't be doing anything on the nether roof. We don't do that on the server. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know how I would get the frogs over here. I don't think we're anywhere near. I wonder if I can change the size of that. It's a little distracting. Still more fish. Hey, Black Sheep, what's up? How hard is a frog light farm build? I mean, it's not crazy hard. Super hot in Dubai, 44 degrees. Holy crap. I've been in 41 degrees in the Utah desert in 2017. It was an experience. Oh, you know what? I should check the current farms. Is what I should do. Yep, not surprised. Weird that we only get very, very few of those. I thought we would get more. Yeah, we are backed up with gunpowder. I guess this is just waiting for more paper. More gunpowder than we know what to do with. So the creeper farm is working very, very well. This always gets locked up. Where'd my other redstone go? What? Oh, there it is. I don't know why I can't get that middle one to fire. There we go. And I imagine the sheep farm is probably full. Yep. So I need a shulker box for that. And I need to check the where is the amethyst? Is that way? Yes. So very slow. Okay. Whoops. So I've got honey blocks. Wool goes back, and then rockets. That's restocked. So I don't know if I want to go into the Nether and start mining around and looking for space. It could be worth it to go up to a higher spot in the Nether. $44 degrees and 100% humidity. I didn't think Dubai, I thought Dubai was desert. I didn't realize that Dubai got that humid. What farms do you have on the island? Which of them are permanent? I don't think there's any permanent farms. We've got wool, honey. Well, sorry, the creeper farm's permanent. Gunpowder. So we've got gunpowder coming in and auto-crafting rockets. Because I fly around a lot. And then that's a coarse fruit. And there's a glow ink farm in the cave that I imagine I'll keep. I don't know why I would destroy it. It seems to be working just fine. Yeah, the creeper farm is way down. Because there's only so many places you can build farms. So there's the glowing farm. Right? And the creeper farm is, I think, just 1 or 2 levels. I think it's just the 1 level. Yeah. So like I could, if I wanted more, we could add levels to that and create more dropping down through the middle. But they just get roasted, and then this takes the gunpowder and sends it up. Oh, and there's a little, in the rocket farm, there is a little, that's a sugarcane farm. Inside here is a sugarcane farm. And they just knock out the sugarcane, and then that gets turned into paper and rockets and all that stuff. I think one of the reasons why I'm having a hard time envisioning where I want things to go is because there's still a lot of mushrooms down. So I think for the sake of doing something while we chat, I'll take out some mushrooms. Not sure what would help with that. Speed, maybe? I really wish we could do something with our helmet to have like a headlamp or something. Oh, no problem, Waystar. Yeah, I mean, it's in a casual stream like that today. It's a great time to like show people what they might have missed if they haven't been around for the full construction of the command center and everything. I need mushroom stem. Oh, right, we're gonna need that too. I hope at some point I can figure out what to do with all this mushroom. I would just be letting it despawn if it wasn't for the fact that I have basically unlimited shulkers. I don't think the mushrooms... No, the little mushrooms don't grow back. Not that I've seen. Heard about it from Sponching. It's nice to see it. Oh, this is not your first time seeing the command center. You've been here a few times, here on stream. I mean, relatively new, I think, but... Yeah, I mean, the screenshots are pretty good, but like I feel like being here and seeing first person, the scale is probably pretty good. It's a good way to experience it. I'm sure it's probably a lot to do with the time of day that I stream, but it's I would love to have more people from SpongeChunks come by and hang out. I mean, I'm always trying to grow the channel, and in order to keep up the streaming schedule, like I've got to grow the channel. So I'm just going to go in rings and take out mushrooms as we go, I guess. Hopefully this is not crazy hard to watch. It might be more useful to actually cut a mushroom path to where we think the nether portal might go. That might be a good way to do this. So like rather than going around here, I could start up here and just clear a path. That might be a more purposeful. So one thing that I find does happen, despite having some decent plans, sometimes with a project this big, you kind of just get like choice paralysis and like, what do I need to do next? What would be the best thing to handle? Like what, how do I proceed, you know? For the longest time, I didn't have to think about it too much. Like the command center has got 4 wings, and once I designed one, I just knew I had 3 more to do. It was kind of like log in and keep on going. I do sometimes get concerned that when something takes like 10 streams like that power core, that it gets a little repetitive for people watching. I mean, it gets repetitive for me building it, so I can imagine that's probably the case. I feel like buckets of water were really good at removing mushrooms. Maybe I should go back to Dartmouth Meadows and open up a mushroom shop. Other than composting this stuff, I can't think of anything else to really do with it. That could be a fun little build too, making a really big like composting station. Make it super green frog lights. Sometimes it is satisfying just to log into Minecraft and destroy stuff. It's also nice after spending 10 streams in the basement of the command center to be out doing stuff in the world. There's something about being outside on a really bright sunny day in Minecraft that reminds me of the first time you play, you know? Not that I miss early game, but there's definitely a sense of discovery that first few days, few hours in Minecraft that it's hard to recapture. I think that's one of the reasons I like trying other games that are similar, is that sense of discovery in like Satisfactory or other games. Although I really do find I hit like choice paralysis looking at my Steam library and trying to figure out like which one do I want to try, because sometimes I go, this looks really interesting, and then I realize, oh, not only is this just like Minecraft, but they're not doing it as well. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that today. And so many of them have the retro kind of cubey voxel pixelated graphics, like Town to City. I'm sure it's a great game, but it's just so similar looking to Minecraft that it doesn't feel like a break for me. I do find that doing this kind of stuff helps with like the clean slate. Maybe you get some inspiration. I think I should still take down the azalea trees too. I'll have to put some sort of frog light or something in their place. That's what those green things are. For anybody that's wondering, these green concrete lights around, they're former azalea trees, but because they mark lush caves underneath the ground, I thought I would at least mark them just in case we need to go down and light something up. Are mushrooms flammable? Maybe you could run past each one with the flint and steel. We don't have fire spread on. I'm also a bit of a digital pack rat. And we could use the white dye if we can get everything down into bone meal. I don't remember cleaning as many mushrooms, but it's because I was removing so much mycelium before, and the mushrooms were just coming with it. The little ones. I still haven't decided if I'm going to take down and level the mushroom island down to one flat surface, I no longer have to worry about it too much because of stairs and slabs with concrete. It gives me a lot more freedom to completely like terraform the landscape, but not have to make it all flat with concrete. We still don't have stairs and slabs in any kind of light source, so depending on the effects that I want to do, I might be a little bit limited, but I think it'd still be fun to not have it be dead flat all the time. Because then we could put, like, instead of a hill, like a mountain, we could put like a geometric shape, you know, like pyramid or ramp, all done with the new concrete blocks, which is why I need to do some gravel and sand resource stuff. Some of these are weirdly tall. I've reached the coast. Did I go in a relatively straight line? Sort of. Burning down stuff usually leaves a mess. Yes, yeah, it wouldn't burn all the blocks. You'd end up with like a lot of floating blocks, right? It would also be interesting in part of this world to, or this island, to make some sort of mine and like rip all of the mycelium off down to the stone and just see what the stone looks like without the top layer. That's always a fun project, I think. In a way, this is actually decent, because if I can turn all of this into compost, then I can turn it, the bone meal, into white dye, and we can use that for gray dye. So in a way, I'm kind of two birds, one stone. That would be another cool building to make, would be a building that would be filled with autocrafters that are just making each individual dye. And rather than having some convoluted, crazy system, like just make one section make white, one section make black. Like some of it would be automatic, some of it wouldn't be. I think that could be really fun. Just have a bunch of like little micro farms for things like cactus. Wow, lots of mushrooms here. He said on a mushroom island. SweetSandi, thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it. I guess one thing we could try to do is put that nether portal temporarily just to kind of see if it's a spot that we want to build something. Like just build the portal, build a quick landing spot in the nether and see if it's viable. That might be a good plan. Oh, speaking of plans. And we're full. Well, we're going to need more shulker boxes anyway. I do want to make sure I didn't leave any mushrooms because I don't want them to continue to spread. And the mini-map is great for this because you can usually spot the one little culprit that would spread around. Oh, no, that's dirt. Okay. I do remember watching Hermitcraft when Rendog was terraforming an island and they had to remove all of the mushroom mycelium and try to replace it with grass. It was a cool look, but man, it was a lot of work. I need to go back and look at Ren's base from that season. It's definitely part of the inspiration for what made me want to work here. All right, well, that's one pass to the coast. We'll do another one, I'm sure. Time to go get more shulker boxes. Yeah, so that used to be an azalea tree. Stuff like that. I think that may be a little bit dramatic. We could probably do them a little bit better. But anyway, I take a break once an hour, folks. It is about that time. So hold tight, hang out, chat amongst your friends, maybe grab a snack. I'll be right back. I'm curious to know how far we're going to have to go to get a dappled forest as well, because I'm definitely want to try to get some poplar wood. I think poplar shelves could be very handy. Right, we need another. You're full. Maybe I should try to set up a compost thing. I need another couple of shulker boxes anyway. Let's just change these. Brown mushroom, red mushroom. That's just my spare box. I can use that for the other stuff. Okay. Oh, I needed like a bone meal box. That was the other thing I needed. Actually, maybe we'll just turn it all into white dye. Throw it next to all my other temporary farms. Why not? I'm just curious if I can put something together really quick here that will do what we need. And I'm gonna need, do I have a crafter? I do. I have a crafter. And that's gonna go into the shulker box. I don't know if I can put it on the back like that. I don't remember. This is gonna make bone meal. I think it works with brown mushroom. I can't remember. Yes. Okay. Now all I have to do is just do the comparator thing, which I should have over here. Comparator out, block, and a torch. So basically, whenever you read the hopper, just need to power that. Not far enough. Oh, but that locks the hopper. So I just need it to be a clock. Will one comparator work? Yep. That's easy. Maketh the die. Nice. And then we'll have an empty shulker box for when we need to collect more mushrooms. Excellent. All right, I don't need to have all these extra shulker boxes on me, so I should maybe just leave these here. Oh no, I can put them in my energy chest. Hold on. Yes. Okay. There. That one, that one, that one. I don't remember what that's for. Probably a beacon? I think it's in the wrong spot. It's too bad there's not a potion for haste. Not that I needed to cut down mushrooms, but... That is a hole. Holy crap. The ravine tried and failed. Mikatu, thanks for the lurk. Hope you're having a good Friday. Sometimes I just see little bits of earth like this and just like, this is ugly and serves no purpose. So we'll just remove it. No. This stuff can all be put away too. You know, we were talking on the Spawn Chunks recently about a block that would be something that would either glow in the dark or be a different color at night than it was during the daytime. And I kind of wonder how much of an influence that would have on people being awake during the day or during the night in Minecraft. I mean, I sleep quickly by default just because of habit, also just because it's easier to see on stream. But if there was a reason to be in the dark in Minecraft, I think you could do some really cool stuff. And a Mushroom Island would be a great space to exploit it because you don't have to worry about mobs spawning. I don't think there's a way to stop the cows from spawning until I remove the mycelium, or I think there was like we discussed it early on. I think there's a way to like create like a lot of spawned cows and then like basically have like a passive mob cap so that no more cows spawn. I don't remember the mechanics of it though. Oh, I meant to grab some green frogolites to mark the trees. While we're here, just out of curiosity, let's see what we've got going on for ink, if anything. I don't think that these lower ones are working. I don't know why. Oh, that one's got 4. I said it would be about 8 an hour. But we're at 4 an hour. Although we'll probably get that one. I'm actually really glad I thought about the white dye auto crafter. I think that's going to be quite handy to have a shulker box full of white dye, all being made in the background while we're clear cutting the Mushroom Island, which I wanted to do anyway, using it to make white dye. I feel like that's one of the nice things about the game design in Minecraft, is that you can have Anytime you can have something happening in the background like this, it always feels like such an accomplishment. I'm not sure how long it's been, maybe 10 minutes. I'm curious to see how long we have before that shulker box gets completely run down. Oh, so not much longer. I could potentially put the other one in there too. Oops. The nice thing about the composter is that it's so slow. This is going to back up. So it can only ever flash it the once. It's pretty slick. I think I'm going to keep the stems. I feel like the stems could be more useful in other builds and stuff in the future, but I can't see myself building with these. And once I have a full shulker box of mushroom block, I don't think I need more. If I wasn't traveling around so fast, this would be a good spot to have an allay to help you pick up all the blocks in the weird terrain. You're really easy to spot the azalea trees from now on. I need to get myself some netherite for this axe. It's been a diamond axe since I was building West Hill. I had to adjust the music volume earlier before I started the stream. Is the background music okay for people that are here live on Twitch? Yes, diamond axe. I changed my diamond texture because I think the blue diamonds look dumb. I didn't do it for the pants because we died a little while ago and I had to get other gear. I lost my netherite boots. But normally I wear iron pants and netherite boots. The boots to keep me from taking too much damage when I jump off of stuff, and then the pants help make Minecraft a little bit harder for me without making it harder for people on the server. By having a little bit less armor, but if netherite wasn't such a pain in the butt to go get, then I would have myself geared back up. It's not a huge deal because we've got villager trading to replenish the tools, and it takes like no time to go get a little bit of blocks we're going to use anyway, trade for some glass, and then all of a sudden your axe is replenished. I've got some emeralds from left over from yesterday. I could just go repair this basically at any point. feels sort of intentional. I think the volume is fine. Cool. Thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. Is anybody playing any new games on Steam that they like? One game I was looking at was that I do own is Cult of Lamb, but it needs a controller, and I don't yet have a controller hooked up to my PC. Oops. Speaking of, let's go get a little bit of repair going on the axe while it's dark. Oh, out of stuff. I think you get more XP for the iron. And just like that, back to new. Oh, we're full. That's awesome. How many of these do I have? All right, so we have a full shulker box of this stuff back here. So I'm good. I can basically compost everything I'm collecting. I don't remember. Can you compost mycelium too? I don't think so. B Brown is more like an Amazon box. Yes. The Cosmic Amazon delivery. Cosmic dropped off. I think it was Elytra when I died. Mycelium is kind of dirt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I think I feel like I've talked about this before, where I want to do something with mycelium, but there's just nothing to do with it. Cosmic, you don't want any of this red mushroom, do you? Because I will compost the brown and give you the red if you need it. Oh, I forgot about this entrance to the Lush Cave. Nice. Little Minecraft burnt out at the moment. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Went back to playing an older game called Hearts of Iron. It's a World War II strategy game, mostly just to have something else to play other than Minecraft and the MMO that you play. What MMO do you play, Jchrist? Is it Guild Wars 2? I've been thinking about getting back into Guild Wars 2. I think I uninstalled it because it's a big game. But with Guild Wars 3 coming out, there's been a lot of Guild Wars 2 stuff happening as well. I hope Guild Wars 3 is good. I did find that the Guild Wars 2 quest stuff got a little bit repetitive, but I don't know. I mean, playing on stream, it's not like I play an MMO like it's supposed to be played. It ends up being kind of like a single-player RPG in a giant world. I just like the stories of MMOs. They tend to be really, really broad. So I'm just flattening things out a little bit as I go. I think played Guild Wars 2 as a walking simulator. In my defense, the world was very pretty. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I like the immersion, and I definitely that's the thing. Like, when I see these indie games that seem great, so many of them are pixel graphics, and I get so full of pixel graphics from all the work that I do in Minecraft. You know, like the podcast and then this, like streaming, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about the job. Like, I love it, and I love Minecraft, but there are times when you want to take some breaks, and you never know what you're going to get inspired by, right? You play something like Guild Wars 2, or I really wish there was a good sci-fi MMO out there. I really miss WildStar. WildStar was one of my favorite games. I was so sad when that game did not take off like it should have, because it was so well done. It was way more fun to play than WoW. But the game was, I think, managed poorly. Keep on doing this before I drink the potion. Oh, I still have emeralds with me. That's weird. I guess I could compost those too, couldn't I? How are we doing? Not bad. Not bad at all. I think this might be the first time it's rained on the server today. It does not make taking out mushrooms easier on the eyes, I can tell you that much. Everything gets blurry. Ultima Online. Oh, cool. Sort of like D&D, but with its own storylines and everything. Oh, that's cool. I've heard of Ultima. I've never played it. I didn't get into MMOs until WoW, and WoW had already seen the Lich King release. So I don't remember what year that was. 2008? 2012? I think 2012 was the Mist of Pandaria. The really big expansion that I remember was Mist of Pandaria, because we were catching up At the time, it was myself and a partner, and we were catching up to friends, going through we went through WoW, Burning Crusade, and then Wrath, and then I want to say Cataclysm came out. I think we were trying to complete up to Cataclysm before Cataclysm came out. I think that was the race. And then after Cataclysm came out, we finished that, and then I remember being at the same level with everybody and waiting for Pandaria to come out. You've been playing Ultima on and off since '97. Wow. I was in university by '97, so there was not a lot of video game playing. What little we played was just local LAN stuff like StarCraft in the dorm. Yeah, I don't really remember what this is for. Floating blocks, that's a no. It is kind of fun to just run around for a couple hours and just destroy all the things. The mission is just basically mine. Clear cut. Remove. That is a pretty clear path. Got a couple of other mushrooms that are straggling somewhere. Take it easy, Blue Crow. Great to see you. Appreciate it. Have a good Friday. Canada Raz, we are currently auto-crafting them into white dye over here. If you could only do that to get black dye, yeah. Yeah, the black dye is still a situation. I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to make a guardian farm. Because I'll want the prismarine, and then we'll just have to... Although, like, I prefer frog lights over sea lanterns. But I don't know, if we find a project that really needs sea lanterns, then maybe. I need to look into a shader pack that removes the beacon beams. I'd love to have the beacons around. I just don't want all these beams aesthetically. At least I don't think so. What kind of project I'd like to make Ocean Monument wise? I don't think they're close enough together, but it would be really cool. We can't see them anymore, but there's two that are close together, and I kind of wonder whether I could be close enough to load them both. I don't think so. I think they're very strategically placed far enough apart that you can't do that. I think it's very rare to find two ocean monuments close enough that you could do like a double. And then we would probably get squids just as a byproduct of that. But that's the kind of thing you can make some... I think you could make some really cool looking sci-fi things. And I don't know if I would do anything super big or whether I would decide to like keep it as minimal as possible and basically make like the most efficient farm I could make with the least amount of effort just to get the stuff. Because really it would be about fueling this, but I wouldn't want to do like a 6-month project like just to get just to get more dye. One thing I have to try in between streams is AFKing at a different ink farm, because we do have one in the modern city, and if I AFK there we might be able to get more ink, build up like a shulker box full to tide me over while we're trying to figure out what to do. This was more about a learning experience to see if I could do it and push like the limits of playing on a mushroom island. These little ink farms here that are slowly plugging away. No more in that one. Yeah, so like the killing mechanism is not necessarily working. They just get stuck. I would probably be better off to do like the drop them out of the columns. Stream times is past 2 hours. Holy crap. You're almost at capacity for mushroom stem. All right, folks, I'll take another break. I'm gonna go here. Let's go over here. I do this once an hour. You're probably used to it by now, but if you're new, it gives me a chance to grab another glass of water, give a bit of a stretch in. You should too. If you've been sitting and hanging out with us for the last 2 hours, get up, move around. It's important. And, you know, grab a friend. We're always trying to grow the channel. I would really appreciate it if you share the channel around. There's links on Twitter, on Discord, if you're in the membership. If you are on TikTok, you can share it there. There's all kinds of places to do so. So please share it around, and we'll be right back. All right, let's go ditch the emeralds. Got them somewhere. They're there. I guess we'll get more glass. It's crazy how quick you can build up glass with that trait. It's awesome. How's the ink farm going? It's 4 ink sacks every 2 hours. It's not doing anything fantastic. One of these was... I think oh yeah, this is almost full. Do I have another one? Or am I good? No, this is the only one that I have. Okay. Well, that looks different. I like it. Oh, I keep on meaning to bring... Hold on. We should do this. Now I can mark the trees. Yep, we've got, I think these were all empty at the start of the stream, minus the placeholders, so we've got 3, and we're at 2 hours. 7. I'll wait for those guys. We actually have a couple in here, so 7 plus whatever these guys drop. So they're not getting into the chamber. So there needs to be something like up here that damages them, and we don't have that. I haven't been keeping track. So 10 over the course of 2 hours. No, it was faster while we were building it. It was better before we actually put in all the stuff. So I feel like one thing that probably would be better was if we didn't try to make 3, if we just had this one and then filled in these other ones and got rid of the warm ocean so that this was the only warm ocean there, it would probably do a little bit better. Unfortunately, that's also really close to here, and you can see there's probably some squid that are spawned out here. Yeah, so like that's part of the problem too, is I'm not filling in the ocean. So you've got stuff like this where those guys are definitely spawning outside of the farm, but it was never meant to be crazy efficient. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit faster, but I knew it was kind of a long shot. It was as much of a break build as it was something I was hoping to get something out of. That's right, we should be good for white dye for a while. I remember when I first got here, I thought I was going to mark all these mushrooms, put like a light or something where they were. I'm so glad I didn't do that. I'm not sure what the purpose would have been. That should be all the blocks. I don't see any other wood. There must be another block up in there somewhere. Oh, no, I guess not. I'm going with something a little bit simpler for these markers just because there's so many of them. I've gone through almost a whole stack of rockets. sure a lot of that has to do with flying up into the storage center. It's a really cool ravine, but I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, that's what I was contemplating, suspending the water sources and doing it that way too for the squid farm, and I just opted for the easiest one to build. So again, I knew it was going to be slow. I didn't know it was going to be that slow. I was trying to think about a way to suspend like a lava blade or something over that, so that when the water columns push them up and they bounce out of the water, that they would be lit on fire. And then instead of collecting the squid into the middle, we would be collecting the ink sacs into the middle. But the most efficient it ever was when the axolotls were in there, but the axolotls died to the pufferfish. And so axolotls would be a really good way if you had a river biome, because then you wouldn't have anything spawning in there other than squid and fish. So it would be fine. The mushroom beach. All 3 blocks of it. Nighttime and rain. Oh, glad I saw that. We might be full up on mushroom stem now too. Almost. Almost a half a shulker box. I'll take it. How fast is this going? Fast. How did we get a minecart hopper in there? Did that get broken somehow? Well, that's got no shears. So we're done. Wonder how that happened. Sorry, we got plenty. Not a big deal. Yeah, that farm makes like a stack of rockets an hour. At least azalea trees are easy to cut down. It's a weird little hole. Okay, so we're getting close, I think, to where I want to maybe put up a temporary nether portal and see where it goes. I feel like this idea of turning all these into white dye was worth pursuing, but I think I want to try and figure out... One, I got to figure out if I have enough obsidian to make another portal. So I'm going to need probably some mycelium or something else, maybe stone, to make a temporary portal. What did I use at the other temporary spot? I feel like that's quartz. Don't want to do that. Maybe we'll use... Whoops. We'll use diorite. Again, it's easy to count. keep that. Sand. Thought I had rooted dirt somewhere. Maybe not here. Oh, there it is. Dirt and coarse dirt look so similar. I think not having azalea trees be their own wood is a missed opportunity. Alright, so now I gotta think if I have enough obsidian. I feel like there's some lava lakes around that I could just make obsidian. That's enough, I think. I should probably still get more. You think that should be a new wood type too? Yeah. I think this might be worth making colored concrete. I keep on coming into this box, and I think it's going to be better just to have it on the wall. Was there a lava out this way? No. I don't think I was planning on using these for anything, so we'll just go with the flow. Pardon the pun. Doesn't look like it's too deep. That's good. I really like the way that shaders reflect on obsidian at night. That's cool. There's some unrealistic landscape for you. Coal right under lava. Nothing happened to it. What do I need? 3, 6, 9, 12. We'll just clear this all out. Then I'll have it. Unfortunately, I'm not in range of a beacon. I guess I could have picked a lava pool that was closest to the beacon, but... Oh, there we go. This brings back memories of your first obsidian in a cave in a lava pool that's like 3 blocks deep. There's been a couple of games on my watch list for a long time that I haven't heard anything about. Kiora, from the people that made Core Keeper. There's another one too. Whoa. Ooh, that's dangerous. That goes under the ground. I did not think this was going to give me a full stack. I guess I thought that these were smaller pools in my head. Mess up and die in lava, now I always leave water flowing? Oh, yeah. If I was anywhere else more risky, I probably would. Oh yeah, the lava pool would have been bad. If you get into it, you could be in a world of hurt. That's something else I should probably do. Next time I need a break on stream is go get another elytra in the end. We haven't done hardly anything in the end just because I really feel like there's going to be an update coming at some point. And because this is a forever world, I don't want to go build something or do something in the end only to have it be a new experience in like a month or two or a year. I shouldn't say a month or two, but like at some point in the future, I feel like there's going to be a shift. Forest Sprite, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Now, somewhere out here. 52,744. Right here. And 36,128. Right here. Let's make this easy to land on. Now, do I have flint and steel somewhere? Probably. Yes. Now, I don't know where this is going to pop us out. It's hopefully around the middle of our nether area, but we'll see. Very much in the middle of darkness. That's about right. It's about where I wanted to go. Our other portal is down here. What Y level are we on? 70. I find it so weird that they pop you through facing the other direction. I feel like I want to go north. So if I go in facing north, do I come out facing north? Yes. Okay. We'll explore around a little bit. I'm just going to go get some fire resist potions before we do that. I wish these worked better. That's the wrong orange one. All right, I can put this back. And we'll bring 2 stacks, why not? Probably put the obsidian away. There. Oh, that's a forced portal. Couldn't find a valid position, so it made one of those portals with bonus obsidian. Yeah, like in the thick of all the nether wastes. I thought that might be the best place to try and make one. So we're going in here facing north. We should come out facing north too. Yeah. What line do I want to pick? Probably 93 or 6. I guess we'll just go with this one. Trying to remember. Anybody remember what the it's 128 is the ceiling bedrock, right? I can never remember the best level to move around in the Nether. Our other Nether hub is at like 93 or something. I'll just keep on going up. Because you don't want to. I don't want to travel completely blind. I want to like run into the sides of some things. Although this feels relatively safe. Yeah, I'd rather have the portal inside all this netherrack than over a lava lake, that's for sure. Been a long time since I've done anything in the Nether. We are too high. At 118. Where's the bedrock roof? 123? Oh, there it is there. I'm curious to see what this bastion looks like. At this point, I guess we can start going down, which is always the scary part. There we go. Cheaty free cam. Lots going on, but I don't see a spawner. At least we know where we can get a lot of piglins. Then a basalt delta too. What does this lava lake look like though? Is this bigger than the other one, you think? It's more open. Minus the bastion. The one thing I don't remember seeing is a nether fortress. Not that I need one. I thought there might have been one south, but our map file has been reloaded. Well, this would be pretty close to do like a froglight farm here on the edge of the basalt delta. Just a cautionary heads up. Going down. Yeah, less terrain to potentially spawn proof. That's what I was thinking too. I could also just add piglin bartering to the existing gold farm. This is a gross nether tunnel. Hurts my heart. Well, at least we know what's up. Could use the spawn spheres to have for mini HUD? Yeah, I would 100% do that. I would 100% do that. The base kind of twinkles at night. I like it. Now, do I even keep netherrack around anywhere? I think I do over here. Guess I need another box for netherrack. Cool. So at least we have an idea of where we may want to be in the nether. But that is where I'm going to wrap things up, I think, for today. It's about lunchtime for me. I think we did pretty well. We've got a nice clean... Oh, I got to switch my map. Cleared off a chunk there. There's a lot more to do, but I do like... It just feels different. Like I think it feels intentional. I think I can get rid of that waypoint now, too. How do we do that? Delete. Go. Yeah, I do feel like I'm going to have to flatten some of this, but I think we're doing well to remove some of the Mushroom Island and create a blank canvas to maybe get some ideas for some more sci-fi stuff. I think that could be quite cool. I think I want to try and do like an official entrance to the cave too. That could be kind of fun. Anyway, let's see who's live. Trying to pass you along. I believe Mona Luisa, Gemini Tay's live. Pearl's playing Peak. Yeah, we'll send you all along to Mona Luisa. Always a fun raid. We've been raiding her all the week, and it always seems like a good place to land. I'm going to have to raid and run because I've got stuff to do, and then I'm going to drive my dad to the airport this afternoon. So thanks very much for hanging out, folks. Appreciate it. The plan is, I think I'm streaming tomorrow, but keep an eye out on Twitter and in the Discord, and I will let you know. I might have some other Saturday stuff going on. So beyond that, don't forget to check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's available on your favorite podcasting app. It's free. It's all about Minecraft. We do that every single week. We have another snapshot to talk about on Monday, and we're probably going to be speculating when the 26.3 drop is going to happen. Hopefully it's going to be August. I would like to update the server and explore some of the new stuff. You can follow me on TikTok, social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find. And I will also point you towards Patreon, where you can support the channel. I would really appreciate, folks, if you have enjoyed this. If you've got $2 a month, then check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's less than a coffee. You can support me here on stream. And the more of you that do that, then the more I can stream, the more games I can pick up, that kind of stuff. So appreciate it. Thanks very much for the modding, Sandy. And I will see you all next time. Bye for now.